Today, we're going to be breaking down 3 different clips that I have for you, really focusing on why do I make the decisions that I do as a 4KD player. Now, starting off in this first clip right here, 2 main things that we're going to be paying attention to. Positioning and pushing versus getting pushed. Both things that allow us to stay in control of fights. Now, we've got our loadout guns already. We're going to pop UAV, and immediately what happens is I get shot. I didn't know these guys were here. Now I do based on the UAV, and of course, because I got shot. So neither of us are really in control of the fight right now. So we're going to go ahead and figure out how do we get control back. And the first thing that we're going to do here is disengage. We're going to play our positioning, try to get to a better spot. Now, when we talk about positioning, 5 main things that I always focus on. Number 1 is going to be information. UAV is great. It's the best option that we can possibly have, which we do have right now. Number 2 is going to be the range of our guns. If you've got an ISO hemlock or a socket, that's different than maybe having a floor loot gun. So you got to keep in mind that range that you can get it down at. Number 3 and 4 kind of go together, which is cover and high ground. And then number 5 is going to be repositioning. So we're going to go ahead and work our way back up here. Real quick, by the way, I'm going to be pausing this video throughout. If you want to see just the clip kind of run through and see how it happens in real time, I put a link to a Google Drive down below that has the clips in them for you. So we're going to work our way back up. Kind of a little bit of a mistake here. I heard enemy flying in, so I peeked it, and I'm a little bit out in the open. Now, you know, I do have cover over to my left side. I'm going to take a little bit of damage, but now we start to figure out, okay, how do we get control of this fight? And we do that by pushing, right? We want to be pushing as much as possible. So what do you notice right here? As we get this UAV ping, we've got 2 enemies right here that are very close together. We've got a solo over this way. So I'm going to work my way left here and really focus on this solo player, because if we can get that guy out, then we can start to engage this 1v2 right here. You know, and then we go back to just our standard 1v2 situation, play a little bit patient, get a knock, and then challenge with momentum. So we're going to work our way left right here. As we get one more UAV ping, I notice that these guys start pushing their way up the hill. Look at which way they're moving to. That's the most important thing when we have information, is which way they're moving to. So he's starting to work his way up the hill, which could potentially put me in a little bit of a tough spot if he has that high ground and cover and all of a sudden they pinch me. So I decide to focus just a little bit to see if I can catch one of them rotating out in the open, which sure enough, there we go. We're able to get that knock. All headshots right there. That guy gets absolutely melted with the hemlock. And now we've got 2 guys to our left side. By the way, just be careful, because this is one of those Ashika bugs right now where the pings aren't exactly accurate. So you can see that guy is pinging people over here, which they all 3 were on the same team. I don't know why it does that. So what we do is we immediately challenge here with momentum. Why? Well, I've got plates. I'm in a good spot. I've got good positioning. I still have 25 rounds in the hemlock, and I want to try to avoid them from getting as close together as possible, right? Let's try to keep them separated. Now, what I will tell you is I didn't have a ton of map knowledge here when it comes to this little thing, right? I can't exactly see where exactly this guy is. He would be about where my mouse is. I'd be in a good spot to challenge him if this wasn't here. So what we end up doing is we start seeing this guy move a little bit left. Watch which way he's moving to, right? I keep kind of hammering that point home with you. Watch which way he's moving to. See how he's starting to move left? So we're going to go ahead and reposition. Number 5 of our positioning is reposition. Find a better angle. Now, as I turn the corner, you know, I make a little bit of a mistake. I should have had the cast off, but I thought he was going to play this kind of doorway right here. So, you know, I'm able to get that kill. Now, this right here to finish it off is an aggressive play. I'm down to 1 plate. I could have easily decided to just plate up here. I decide to go ahead and challenge. We hit all headshots on this guy, and we're able to get the team wipe. I'm actually going to go ahead and play this back real quick. You know what? Let's go ahead and play this back full speed so you can really see it in action. I'll kind of talk you through it a little bit. The second clip is a little bit longer, so I will leave that one down for you in the comments in the Google Drive. The second clip is a nasty 1v3 clutch that I have. So we're going to work our way up high ground here. We're going to check it. We're going to go ahead and just plate up now that we have a little bit of cover. This is where cover is the most important thing. We start to work our way around to challenge this left side guy, really focusing on that positioning. And right here, I thought he was going to take the ladder. There's a little ladder over to this left side that I thought he was going to take, so I wanted to go engage that as quickly as I could. Now we challenge with momentum here, and as this clip is finishing up, guys, real quick, if you are looking to get better at Ashika Island, make sure you are subscribed down below. As I said, before KD player, my whole goal is just to help you get more kills, die a little less, and pick up more wins. Let's go ahead and jump into clip number 2 here. Okay, so here's the deal with clip number 2. We are going to be solo trioing the rest of this game. Unfortunately, my teammate Dev aired leaving me by myself, but but I decided to play it out and kind of see what would happen. We are in third circle. Resurgence is still active for enemy teams, so that's just something I have to keep in mind. We've got 6 other teams, 11 kills, and we are going to go on to drop another 11 kills, and most importantly, we're going to clutch the dub. That's why I chose this clip. Now, starting off right here, we've got one right in front. We're able to get the break, and when we are fighting outnumbered, when we're fighting by ourselves, that first down and thirst is very important. And you could play this one of two ways. You could easily play your positioning right here and expect this guy to move from the rock, right? He might push back, he might push a certain direction, at which point you can get the down and thirst. I decided to go ahead and kind of challenge with momentum here, try to keep the pressure on, expecting him to just sit behind this rock and play it up. What you're going to end up seeing is that as I clear this, look at the clearing. No, I don't see him anywhere. I'm not 100% sure. He ends up being over to my right side. Now, one thing that I do want to highlight, like, I'm expecting these guys to be on the same team. I'm guessing that they are, but I'm not 100% sure. And as I push up to try to get the throwing knife kill, like, I don't have throwing knives, and all of a sudden I'm in a little bit of a tough spot. We decide to re-peek this. We're able to get that knock, and this one right here is a little bit of an aggressive play. I'll be honest with you, I did not expect this guy to have self-revive. Like, a lot of you might think I did, but I absolutely did not. I was trying to go get the thirst to get the information about what was going on around me, get a little bit of a sense of where the other teammates were. That's why I was doing it. We're able to get that re-knock and the thirst, at which point we do get that picture of what's going on. Now, we're going to go ahead and play it up here. Just one thing to keep in mind is when this guy smokes, right? This guy's going to smoke right here. That most likely means that at this point he's revived, or maybe he revived himself with a self. You know, maybe his teammate revived him. I'm not sure, but I'm assuming that this guy is alive again and back up. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to check for a UE real quick. We're no UE there, unfortunately. We're going to chuck the cluster mine just for fun. And, of course, this guy absolutely smokes me. Now, in this situation, guys, we're going to plate up, and I want to pause for a second. Now, my next move is going to be to jump on top of this truck right here and get on the roof. But I want to address why before we actually see it happen. The reason is I'm kind of stuck in a tough spot. Yes, I have cover right now, but I'm very susceptible to being shot from this way, and I'm susceptible from this angle right here, and I'm susceptible from this way. But what I'm most susceptible of is being pinched. And if I get pinched, there's nothing I can do. I don't have enough cover. I've got a fence to my back. So I'm going to get out of that situation as soon as possible. Again, going back to clip number 1, we're going to take control of this fight. We're going to put ourselves in a good position and go back to pushing this team before they can push me. So we're going to play our high ground in our cover. We've got a good range. We've got information that they're over here. So let's see what happens. Just kind of waiting, trying to see. Boom, this guy tries to hop up top just like I did. I beat him up top here. We're able to get the thirst. Notice the 2 guys. Now, once again, go through that positioning, right? We've got information. We're in a good range. We've got cover. We've got high ground. And our cover is this box right here and the fact that we have that height advantage. I'm just not 100% sure where they are. Now, this one I do want to talk about. This one's an interesting play here. I hear the guy right down below me. Now, I can't just go push him, right? A lot of you would be like, Joe, why didn't you just jump down and challenge him? Because I'm expecting those guys to be hip to hip. I don't have eyes on either of them. So I make a little bit of an aggressive play. This is one that I've talked about before, is the dolphin dive to the parachute pull off of a ledge gives you momentum. So I go ahead and tack sprint, dolphin dive, parachute. That allows me to get across to this other side. Now look at where they have to get to zone-wise, right? So they cannot use the gas station building as cover. They have to push out. So now all of a sudden I kind of regain positioning just a little bit, especially with this cover right here. Now we're going to go ahead, try to see what I can find. Sure enough, there's the guy to the left. Let's go ahead and get the down. Immediately expect enemy number 2, right? I'm not hyper-focused on that thirst just yet. I can get that thirst in a second. Be ready for enemy number 2 to chow. Now we do go get the thirst here for the information, right? We still have, 5 seconds of information here after the kill. This guy's all the way down low, but I immediately turn my focus to what's going on up top. This is where we talk about information, guys, and when you look at the mini-map after a kill and you see this guy all the way over here, you should also see that these guys are up top near, like, the horseshoe building, whatever you want to call, this building up top here. There's people up there. So we start working our way back up. Now, we are starting to think about positioning a little bit more. Resurgence is disabled. We've got to be strategic with where we put ourselves. Now, audio's not great, but I happen to hear 2 people in this building. So watch how I anticipate the reach out here, guys. It's 2 guys. I got to anticipate this reach out. Boom, we're right back on. We're able to get both knocks, and then I hear another one over to my right side that's getting smoked right here. So I'm expecting this guy to maybe jump over, So I'm a little bit cautious. I'm expecting him that he might push over the fence. Maybe there's that other team is pushing down. Like, I've got to be ready for something. Let me clear it real quick before I played up, just in case. Now we're going to go ahead and use gas mask, guys. Don't be afraid to use a gas mask to do this little rotation, which gives me a little bit of cover here. And notice I don't let the gas mask animation get in the way. If this guy's right around the corner here, and you're going to see this, you're going to see this a little bit later on as well. If he's right around the corner, I'm not going to let the gas mask animation get in the way. I'm just going to get the knock, and then I'll figure out my way into zone. Now, as we push in, we're going to get high alerted from the left and the right. Look at the quick high alert ping, right? So I get high alerted from the right side and the left side as well. There's the right, there's the left. And we see this guy right here. See this little bit of movement right on the side? So we're going to see him. Watch this move. I want you to work on this. This is one thing I want you to take away. When you are low plates in a close quarters engagement, this is something I learned in rank. This is a great move to do, which is low plates. Look at where so I'm drop shotted, right? So I'm prone. I'm aiming at his belly button, but watch what happens when I stand up, right? So I'm throwing him off because he may or may not see me when he turns this corner. As I jump up, that's the headshot, right? That gives me the very fast TTK. I don't take any damage right here. And look how quick this happens, right? We get the thirst. Watch how quick this movement is. It's very easy to do. All you're doing is waiting. Boom, you jump up, and you're just going from a prone to crouch to stand. Now we're getting high alerted from the left side. We're +6 thus far. We still got to clutch this game. You know, we still got to figure out. I don't know where this sniper. I know he's a sniper now, but I had no idea where he was in the moment. I could not figure out where I was getting shot from, where that sniper glint, which puts me in a pretty tough spot because I don't really know where to go just yet. I'm not 100% sure of where this guy is, and I still don't see him up until this point. I'll be honest, I do not see this guy over here. I completely missed that. We get double sniped. We're in a really bad spot. Let's throw the smokes. I still believe that smokes are the best tactical that you can run for this reason right here. You know, stims are okay. Stuns don't last that long. Flashes don't last that long. Go with smokes, guys. They give you outplay potential. Now, what's the one piece of information that you should be remembering? Remember those guys up the hill? I'm expecting people to still be, you know, pushing back from this area right here somewhere. They were up there. They were fighting up there. Somebody won that fight. So we got to be ready for those guys. But we are in zone. So this is a situation where just got to be smart. I got to kind of see where this next circle pull goes. But I don't want to just camp in a corner. If I can pick up some kills, I'm absolutely going to. Sure enough, we're going to catch some guys rotating down here in a second. Boom, we catch a quick glimpse. You see that very subtle glimpse of movement right there. You're going to see him over to the right side. He's right here, right behind the wall. You saw it. So now we go challenge, right? That's a kill right there. He overslides the rock, and then we immediately go for this second enemy to take him out. So that is a super quick decision right there. We're able to get one kill, and I decide to kind of go keep the pressure on a little bit. I decide to go challenge with momentum here. I don't have the information about exactly where he is, but I know it's a 1v1 fight, and what I'm concerned about in this moment, we've still got 7 teams left. I'm more worried about the fact that he's on my back, right? So if I can kill this guy, all I've got to worry about is basically this area right here. Everything's in front of me. The moment I don't kill him, then I do have to worry about my back as well and what his rotation is going to look like. So I try to go clear it. I just have no idea where this guy is, and I'm pretty concerned that he's camping in a bush at this point. So, like, okay, let's see what happens with circle. Maybe I can get a decent circle pull right here. Let's just see, and of course, we don't get a decent circle pull. Super frustrating, but we've got to work with it. Now, I don't really know 100% what my thought process is right here. I just know that I did not see this sniper. Like, I don't really know exactly where I'm going at this moment. We once again get sniped. We're right back inside to our cover. This is why cover is the most important thing during endgame. Now, I'm going to plate. And then I know that I have to clear this guy. Like, I've got to kill this guy on my back so that I can rotate around. This is where we start to pinwheel in Ashika, and the Ashika endgames can be a little bit more like BRs with the pinwheel rotation, especially depending on the circle. So as I start to pinwheel in, guys, we're going to catch this guy straight ahead of me. And we catch the other team rotating in as well. When we talk about my positioning, right, look at this right here. There's our information. Our information is that we see people. We're in a good range with the hemlock. We don't have high ground, but we do have superior cover. This is why cover is more important than high ground, because although they're probably a little bit higher than me, I have significantly better cover. So we're just going to go ahead and start shooting. We get a knock. Let's go ahead and use that to push up. Let's go ahead and use that little window to get a little bit better positioning. That was number 5 in our positioning, which is repositioning to find a better angle, right? So we're going to reposition here, find a better angle. Now we go ahead and work our way back up. By the way, we are +8 kills thus far. We've still got 9 enemies left. There's one right there. trying to see what's going on. People shooting ahead of me. So we're just going to play a little bit of gas mask. That guy's down below. We're going to get this kill, and now we do have to get into zone. I do take note of circle pull, right? So I'm able to use my cover, and as I'm flying down here, this is important to note, guys. What I'm looking for is just cover. That's all I'm looking for. And now all I need is a little bit. So we're going to get into zone. We're going to slide here. We got a little bit of health. We got maybe a third, but let's go ahead and plate up and then see what we can find. Let's see what we can find here. We're going to look to our right side. We get high alerted left, which means somebody's over to our left side here that we got to worry about. And this is a nasty, nasty, nasty head glitch. Nasty head glitch. Now, we decided to play this a little bit more aggressive here. You know, 1v4 situation. We're going to push up. But again, always paying attention to our cover. Another just absolutely nasty head glitch right here. We drop down. There is no chance that if somebody torches me off of this head glitch, they deserve to get the kill, because that is very difficult to do. Down right there, thirsted right there, or not quite. And by the way, in this moment, you can't see it because it's behind the camera that I'm recording on. But right about here, I actually checked to see how many people are left. Like, let's get a quick look at what I'm facing, right? And now, all of a sudden, we pretty quickly are down to a 1v3 situation. Now, we're in a 1v2. I catch this guy over to the right. We're in a 1v2 because this guy's just crawling in. So we don't have to really worry about him. And then as I go to get the thirst, I catch the guy to the right side. We hit shots, and there's the clutch right there. So let's go ahead and quickly run through clip number 3. It's another really good clip on repositioning throughout Suki. Okay, so clip number 3 here is another 1v3 where we're just going to be focusing on repositioning, being unpredictable, and keeping your enemy guessing. Now, we're off to a pretty good start this game. 9 kills in second circle, but got caught a little bit. We lost loadout, so we're just kind of focusing on the regain. And I want you to keep in mind that we pick up that cluster. Now, right here, we hear some enemies, and I'm not 100% sure where they are. So I want to get to a better spot to challenge them. I kind of want to beat them to this platform. Unfortunately, we kind of end up here at the same time. We get enemy number 1 down, but we are getting shot from enemy number 2. So we're going to go ahead and reposition here. This is where we be unpredictable, but we keep pushing, right? We don't want to let them fully regain and push us back. So I'm just going to find a different angle here. I'm going to re-engage this, be a little bit unpredictable. They don't expect me to be here, and that time we're able to get the thirst. Now, unfortunate situation. If you notice here, when we get this thirst, you know, there's only one ping on the minimap. There's only this guy right here. But it turns out that I don't know if he's ghosted or I don't know what the deal is, but there's another one right there. Usually ghosted players do ping on the minimap. So we're going to keep moving, and as we're moving, we're going to throw the cluster mine. I'm expecting them to chase right here. Sure enough, this guy chases, we tag, and we use the cluster mine to our advantage. Now, no plates, right? So this is the big thing. I don't have any plates. So if I'm going to get out of this situation, I've got to really keep the pressure on. This is a little bit aggressive here, and I'm going to immediately work my way around. I was hoping I could get some plates. We're going to immediately push up here, be a little bit unpredictable, take a different angle, expecting that they're going to be up here, right? They're going to retreat up top. They're not going to be able to push down into that cluster mine. They're going to have to push up the stairs. So notice that I pause here, try to see what I can find. We're able to get that down right there. We do try to anticipate another enemy pushing. We're able to get that thirst. We go ahead. As I'm waiting to get that thirst, right, I'm expecting that guy maybe to self-revive. I'm not 100% sure, so we're going to quickly buy plates right here. We actually buy a lot. We buy a gas mask, we buy plates, buy a UAV, and there's the thirst right there. So, guys, I hope you found today's video helpful about making better decisions. Let me know if you want me to keep doing videos like this where we break down clips, and as I always say, let's get better today, and I will see you tomorrow.